Hi, welcome to this lower body workout for you to do during pregnancy. If you do need to stop at any point, just pause the video, take it at your own speed, and of course make sure before you have started you've spoken to your midwife, you've spoken to your practitioner, they've okayed you for exercise. You want to be at any point being able to speak, unlike me. So if you feel yourself getting overly out of breath, things are feeling overly difficult, just pause the video. Feel free to exit the video, listen to your body, and most of all, have fun. Let's get started. Those legs are feeling well and truly warm now. We're going to start going from side to side, going for some lateral movements. Starting off, we're just going to go for 20 normal squats. We're going to get nice and low, we're taking it nice and slow. Getting as low as you can into these squats. We're keeping both our feet facing forwards, keeping those knees over the top of the feet, making sure what we're not seeing is those knees caving in. That's a deactivation of the glutes, so keeping those knees out over the top of the feet. And I've lost count, so I'm going to say we're around about 10. Let's keep going. That's it, remembering to take lots of nice deep breaths, getting nice and low. Go the last 3. 2 and 1 more. Perfect, so we're going to take a step a little bit wider, so we're now slightly wider in the hip width. I've turned my feet out, so my feet are now at 45 degrees. And let's go. So we're going sumo squats here. As you're doing this, again, making sure those knees are pulled out, they're staying over the top of the feet. That's it, looking good. So we really want to be focusing on the glute activation here. Looking good. So again, remembering to take lots of nice deep breaths, keep sending oxygen to baby. Taking it nice and slow. So we're focused more on building endurance of these muscles than we are building strength. Looking good. And once again, I've lost count, so if anyone ever says anything to you about baby brain, know that I am feeling it right now. I mean, I couldn't count at the best of times anyway, but I really can't count these days. So let's go for 2 more. I think we'll be roughly in the right vicinity. Going 1 more. Perfect. And so we're back in the regular squat position. We're going all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, and all the way up. So we're adding a pulse in the bottom there. Let's go. Perfect. So whilst you're doing this, you want to be making sure that you're keeping that tummy tucked in, you're not sucking it in, you're using those muscles to keep your back nice and straight. There we go. Looking good. So again, remember, if you need to pause at any point, feel free, catch a breather, take a sip of water, completely up to you. Just take this workout at your own pace. Looking good. And there we go, keeping those shoulders back, that's going to keep those airways open. And keep getting nice and low into those pulses. Perfect, last one. Standing up, giving those legs a bit of a shake if you need to. We're doing the same thing, but as in sumo, so feet turned out to 45 degrees, knees pulled back, you should feel squeezing the glutes as you do that, as you're pushing the hips forwards. Let's go. So all the way down, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. There's 1. There we go, looking good. We're halfway, there's number 5. Keep pulling those knees back. we go. So you should really be feeling this in those glutes now. Possibly feeling it in the quads and the top of the leg, but we're on to our last one. Whew. Shake those legs. So now it's time for some lunges. So taking a step back, you're going to drop that back knee nice and low, coming back up, stepping to the center and stepping back with that other leg. Again, making sure you're nice and stable before lowering that knee and coming back up. Let's do this. So we're taking a step back, stepping center, stepping with that other leg. So you want to get that back knee nice and low to the ground. You might even feel a slight stretch in front of the legs depending on flexibility. So if you do, that's absolutely fine. But again, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel comfortable, don't do it. Looking good. So again, keep those shoulders pulled back, keep that breathing nice and slow. If you would like to, of course, feel free to add some light dumbbells here, maybe some 2.5, something like that. But of course, you do not have to. That is completely up to you. Looking good. So making sure as you're lunging, you're keeping your balance by not going one foot behind the other, like so. You're actually stepping back, as you'll see both my feet are underneath my hips as I'm going down. There we go, we're just going to go for a few more here. And last one. Fabulous, shake those legs. We're going for a side lunge. You're going to take a big step out, pushing our hips back, keeping this leg straight as we bend our other leg. We're bringing our chest down over that leg, coming back up before going to the other side. Here we go, let's do it. So keeping this movement fairly slow, we're focusing on the control. As you're coming down, you're bringing that chest down. As you're coming up, you're pushing that heel down. So you're really feeling the squeeze in the glutes. There we go. So again, we're prepping for the endurance of labour here. We are really helping our body go for a longer period of time. But if you need to at any point, just stop. There is no pressure to keep going at any point that you don't want to during this workout. I think it's different during labour. Anyway, keep getting nice and low in your side lunges. That's it. So again, got some nice high reps. If you do fancy it, you could grab a nice lightweight. The reason I'm saying lightweight is because a heavy weight during pregnancy is advised against due to your muscles being a little bit looser, your ligaments being a little stretchier, so you're more likely to dislocate, but also you don't want to be putting your muscles, especially those tummy muscles, under too much strain. There we go. One more this side, one more this side. And let's focus on those calves for a minute. So we've really worked those glutes, we've worked the top of the legs, we've worked those quads. And we're going to have hands on hips, roll shoulders back, and we're just going to come up to a calf raise. So your feet are going to be level with each other, both facing forwards, both directly underneath the hips. We're going for 10 first of all, but we want to take it nice and slow. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 on the way up, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the way down. There's our first one. So we're going really slowly here. So coming up 2, 3, 4 and down. 2, 3, 4. Spot on, you've got this. If you're a little bit wobbly, feel free to find something to hold on to. That's absolutely fine. Our centre of gravity is a little bit different to what it was a few weeks ago. So do what you need to, grab an additional support if you do want to, that's absolutely fine. So you should feel this in the calves, that's the back of the lower leg. Looking good. So we're going to change our foot position in a second. We're going to change it so we're making a V shape with our feet. That's going to focus more on one part of the calf muscle over the other, and then we're going to switch our feet into the opposite. Just focus on that other muscle because there are two muscles in your calf, so we want to give each a moment to shine. So switching, our feet are now in a V, so our heels are touching, our toes are pointed out, our glutes are squeezed, so we're pushing those hips forwards. And let's go. So again, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Absolutely perfect. You've got this. So the reason I said hands on hips is that's a good way of staying balanced. Another way is hands on shoulders, or you can of course do hands out, completely up to you. Find what works best for you and stick there. That's it, keep squeezing those glutes, pushing those hips forwards. There we go. Making sure as well we're not rounding those toes, so we're sticking on the centre of the foot as we're coming up, and as we're coming down again, staying on the centre of the foot. A few more, so we should really be feeling those calves now. They're getting nice and warm. Going one more. And down we come, shaking those out. We're going back to that first one of 10, with toes facing forwards, shoulder width apart, and then we're going to go again straight to that V position, but with our toes touching and our heels apart. So first 10, feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forwards. Let's do it. That's it, taking it nice and slow. We're going up 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, nearly lost my balance there. So again, if you're needing to hold on to something, that's absolutely fine. If you do want to make things a little bit more challenging with these, you could do them on the edge of a step, perhaps the bottom stair. If you are doing this in the gym and you've got steps in the gym, perhaps on the edge of one of those. But again, I suggest having something nearby, even a wall, so you can just place your hand on it, just to help you feel a little bit more balanced. Perfect, keep going nice and slowly. Really feeling that burn now. We're nearly there. I assume I have again lost count, so we're going to go for one more, going all the way down and changing. So we're putting our toes together, heels apart, and let's go. That's it. Also, I'm really sorry if anyone's stressed out by my core counting. I'm going to say it's probably not going to get any better. I would like to give you false hope, but I think that would just be cruel. There we go. I think that's 3 or 4, so we're doing well. That's it. Okay, so we're nearly there. Keep going nice and slowly, focusing on still taking nice deep breaths in. And last 2. And final one. Perfect, shake those legs out. That is us done for today. Thank you for joining along. I hope to see you in a few more workout videos, and enjoy your pregnancy and take care.